we can pick up some more DNA points here for 4 countries that are controlled, bringing me to 21. And this time, do I want to bring another country in? I could, well, I do have airborne, and I do have France there. They can allow me to get to Chile, and I still have cold resistance. We'll do that. So I'll choose this country, place it in South America, and that'll bring the Philippines into play over in Oceania. Well, it's not in play, but it's can be chosen. Now I will evolve. I'm going to spend 19. Before I evolve, I'm going to devolve Insomnia. I'm going to spend 19. That'll take me all the way down to 2 and bring Insanity into play to give me 2 more infectivity and another lethality. That should allow me to wipe out more countries. I now have an infectivity of 5. And that's exactly how many I have left. We'll place 2 in France and the remaining 3 in Chile, thanks to my airborne and the fact that it has an airport. Here we go. Iceland. Yes. That'll gain me 2 points. And the European trophy. France. Yes. 5 points. And another one. Another one down here, Ukraine. 4 points, so 5 and 4 that I have to add on later. Panama. No. That was a pretty good round. Add the 9 points on that I just gained. That'll take me up to 13. I haven't been drawing event cards because I've been at my max of 3 for a while. I'm going to use the corpse transmission, and that'll allow me to place up to 2 tokens on a country that I'm connected to. I only have 1 opening. Actually, wait a minute. I might be able to go into Egypt. At the end of your turn, if you killed any countries, choose 1 country you are connected to and place 2 of your tokens in that country. Ignore climate. I'm in a country with a seaport. I have waterborne. I'm doing that. It'll give me at least a couple in there before Plaguebot gets to go. Perfect. That worked out pretty good. Plaguebot will draw a country. Australia. It's a hot country with an airport in Oceania. It will lose 1 of its lethality and draw another trait, which is going to be water transmission, allowing it to have the waterborne trait. Plaguebot is now stuck. It has nothing out on the board, so none of its traits are going to allow it to do anything. And there's special rules in the single player variant that says if Plaguebot is stuck, it does the following. Draw and place another country. It'll draw the final face down country, which is New Zealand over in Oceania. And this time, Plaguebot will place a token on it. And that'll try to process its traits as normal now. First it'll do waterborne. There's only 2 with ports in them. It does not have the ability to get to Egypt, so it cannot. It doesn't have heat resistance anyway. Infectivity. will allow it to place another one on New Zealand. It can't put one on Australia even though it's connected because it lost its heat resistance. Lethality. It has nowhere. Well, it could go because of the airport to Chile, but Chile is a cold country, no cold resistance. So lethality, it does not have a full country to kill. Then we'll go to infectivity in the next card, placing the final one on New Zealand, and this time the lethality will cause it to take it out, giving it 6 more points, up to 77, and another trophy for it. Plaguebot's done. I control 3 countries, taking me to 16. Now I only have the face-up countries to choose from. We have South America, India, and the Philippines. I'm taking the Philippines because it's here in Oceania. I have 16 points that I can use to evolve with, and I will spend, oh, hold on, let me think about it. I'll spend, first I'm going to devolve air transmission and spend 13 on dysentery, giving me heat resistance and another lethality. Next, infectivity, I'm at 5. I'm going to put another one in Chile because I still have cold resistance, and now I have heat resistance and I have waterborne. Because of the waterborne, I can place one in the Philippines, and now that I'm connected and I have heat resistance, I can place one in Australia. I only have 2 left, so I will put them both in Australia, giving me a chance to kill that country off. We'll start with our new one in Australia. My lethality is now 5. And that will take out Australia, giving me 3 more points. Trophy. Next, we have Chile that will go, giving me 4 more points to 10. Panama, also gone, with 2 more points to 12. That will end my turn and move us to Plaguebot. And again, Plaguebot is going to be stuck. But first it's going to take a country, and it always chooses the largest. If there's nothing left in the draw pile, it's going to take the largest and place it. Next it's going to auto-evolve, get a new trait. Mass Hysteria, adding another infectivity to Plaguebot, but Plaguebot does not have anything out there, which means it will have to use the Plaguebot is stuck rules, draw another country, which is the final country. It's going to go to South America and place one of its tokens there and play out. First, infectivity. There's no port or airport in Venezuela. Waterborne has nothing that it can do. Infectivity will allow it to place another. Lethality, there's no country that it can go to. It's stuck here in South America, and it's not full, so it will not kill off that country. I forgot to draw an event card last time, and this is bird migration. When another player places a country card, place one of your tokens in that country, ignoring climate or connected. That would have been drawn last turn, so now it's available for me to use. Now there are no more country cards available, and the solo game can only end in one of two ways. First, if Plaguebot is stuck and it can't draw another country card because the final country card has already been placed or discarded, the game ends. Or the human player is eradicated, which means at the end of the turn, the human player has no tokens on the world board, and the final country card has been placed or discarded, then the game ends. So we'll keep playing until one of those two conditions are met. Either the Plaguebot is stuck, or I am eradicated. And then we'll tally up the scores. Here is the start of my turn, and we'll use the infected board game. At the start of your turn, choose one climate suitable country that you infect, and then place up to 2 tokens in that country. I do have tokens already in Egypt, and I have heat resistance, so we'll place 2 tokens there, putting us only one away from being able to try and wipe it out. Now the DNA, I control 2 countries. There's no country to draw from, and that's okay because I still have tokens on the board. Next we'll go to evolution. Do I want to evolve? Right now I have 14. I think to try and keep my score up there I will evolve. I'll get rid of water transmission and bring in coma, which will push my lethality to 7, so it'll be automatic. So coma costs 13, plus I didn't want to leave that 2 there because these ones that I don't use do not get added to my score at the end, so replacing that 2 with a 13 was probably the smart thing to do to try and catch Plaguebot that's running away up here. My infectivity is 5. Definitely want to fill up the countries that I'm already in because the game is going to end quite soon. Plus I can't get to India anyway because I just got rid of my waterborne card. But I was able to fill up the Philippines and Egypt, which will take me into my death rolls, which I do not have to do because anything works. So the Philippines will give me 5 more points. Trophy, and Egypt will give me another 5 points and a trophy. Now it's the end of my turn, and if the human player has no tokens on the world board and the final country card has been placed or discarded, the game ends. That's it. The game has ended, and we will now tally our scores. First thing we'll do is tally up from our evolved traits. Plaguebot does not get points for the ones on its player's card, but I do for mine. So pneumonia will give me 12, which will take me up to 23. Dysentery is 13, which will take me to 36. Insanity is 19, which will take me to 55. Coma is 13, which will take me up to 68. And tumors are 13, which will take me up to 81. Next we will do the end game bonuses, and for these, me, the regular player, gets the points that it says on here. Any of these that are earned by Plaguebot, Plaguebot gets double points for that. First we have Lucky Escape. That's a bonus for the player with the most tokens left on the board at the end of the game. Plaguebot gets that. That's a 4-point bonus, but for him it will be 8. So his 77 will go up to 85. Next, the Continent Killer bonus. So we look at each of the player's trophies, and whoever killed the most on each continent will get 6 DNA points on each continent. We will start with South America. I'll get all my trophies and see how many I have. I have 1, 2, 3 in South America. And Plaguebot ended up with 0. Perfect. So 0 means I get 6 for South America, taking me to 87. Next we'll go to North America. And I got 1, only 1 in North America. Plaguebot, 0 in North America. Again, that's another 6 for me. Going from 87 to 93. Next we'll go to Africa. And I have 1, only 1 in Africa. I think Plaguebot's going to get me here. Plaguebot has 1, 2, 3. So Plaguebot gets 6, but Plaguebot gets double points. So 12 will take him to 97. Next we'll go to Europe. And I have 1, 2, 3 in Europe. Plaguebot has 3 in Europe. If it's a tie, we both get the bonus. Unfortunately for me, I get 6, taking me to 99. Plaguebot gets 12, taking it to 97, 109. Next, we have Asia. 1, 2, 3, 4 for me, and just 1 for Plaguebot, so that means I get 6. And finally, Oceania. I had 2, Plaguebot had 1, which means I get another 6. Putting me 2 ahead of Plaguebot right now. And finally, where I think Plaguebot is going to probably sneak past me here, the final bonus is called Ultimate Wipeout. Bonus for the player who killed the country with the most cities. I have 1, looks like 6 was my biggest. Yep. And Plaguebot took out also 1 was 6, which stinks because that means we both get the bonus. And again, I get 6, but Plaguebot gets 12, putting it at 121 to my 117. I ended up losing by only 4 points. Ugh. Even though I lost, that is the closest that I've come to winning. And it all came down to this lucky escape at the end. If I could have had Plaguebot maybe run out first, then it would not have got those 8 points for having the last tokens left on the board, or the most tokens left on the board. And then I would have got those points instead if I would have run out. So that's for the difference. I'm sure I made a mistake here and there where I should have played something, maybe one more continent, but that was a close game. Can't complain about that. All the other times I've played it, I've lost by 20, 30, 40. So my strategy is getting a little bit better, and I think maybe another play or two and I'll be able to best Plaguebot. Thank you for joining me. It was a close game. I almost was able to beat Plaguebot for the first time. Only lost by 4 points. That's pretty good. Stay tuned for some announcements in January. I have some things that I want to try and accomplish for the channel and some things I want to do for my viewers. Until then, as always, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.